Hey there, it's Martha, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Welcome to what I've been warming these past 2 weeks. I will say at the end of this video, I'm going to save it to the end because if people just want to see what I'm warming, that's great. I'll talk about that first, but at the end of this video, I will talk about my thoughts on Scentsy, and a lot of consultants have been leaving, the whole PR thing. I don't think it's going to be long. I don't think what I have to say is very long. I didn't want to make a separate video because I do think I'm going to keep this short because honestly, I think I've talked about it with friends and stuff ad nauseum that I'm like kind of over it, but I hadn't shared my thoughts on the channel. And on my last What I've Been Warming video, when I talked about the Scentsy changes there, that video was recorded before the PR stuff happened, right? So I was just talking about the catalog and having an annual catalog, and then, and then all the stuff went down over the weekend. So I haven't had a chance to really talk about those changes, but I have some great wax here that I warmed these past 2 weeks. So if you want to see what I warmed, then stick around. All right, it's the end of the day, so I'm a little shiny, I think, probably. And I cut my hair. Yes, I had one of those, again, those late night moments, late night at Martha's, where I was like, I'm so tired of the dry ends that I had that I chopped off 3 inches. And I think I'm getting better at cutting my own. I mean, I think so far I haven't screwed it up. I have not screwed up cutting my hair, but it's kind of fun to get rid of just that stuff. Get rid of the ends, the dry ends, and do that. But let me organize some things here and I will talk about them. I have a little bit of all kinds of things, I guess. Yeah, not one of anything. I'm going to save Scentsy for last. I did have 2 melts just because we'll keep the Scentsy conversation at the end. And let's kick it off with teddy bees. I have been trying to warm more and more of my teddy bees, and I did not bring my glasses. Hold, please. I have like 4 pairs of glasses and they're all downstairs, except for these. And these are my least favorite, and they're always so dirty. Why do glasses just get so dirty? It's like I try not to touch the lens, but okay, they're still kind of dirty. All right, let's start with teddy bees. This is Cyrex and Smoky Evergreens. Now this was in my December RTS order. And this has smoked dark cherries, plums, peppercorns, white woods, crackling birchwood, candied chestnuts, and a hint of chimney smoke blended with spruce, crackling fire, and evergreen woods. This was poured October of 2025. I'm trying not to keep or store or put away wax that I just bought. I mean, some of it will happen, but I'm trying to really use things as I buy them. So the hope is that I won't have a lot of wax in 2028 from 2026, and that I will be using things as they come. And this one, I'd say the throw on this was medium. I did say it lasted all like 20, maybe not quite, maybe like 18 hours before I took it out. I did warm it downstairs in open space and here in the bedrooms, and I felt like the performance was kind of the same, which is weird to say in a smaller room like this. But then, I have more warmers going downstairs. I did use 3 Scentsy warmers, no hot plates or anything like that. And the throw, I would think, was like 5 out of 10. It was fine, and the scent was nice. I did like the scent, but I don't think it's anything I have to have again. I got some of the evergreens. I did get some crisp, outdoorsy scent to it. I did get some of the smokiness, so it's a nice scent. I just don't feel like, for me, it's something I have to repurchase. I'm really trying to get to the point where I've smelled so many scents and so much wax that it's like discerning, like, ooh, I have to have that again, versus I really enjoyed that. I don't regret buying it at all, but I don't have to repurchase it, right? So this was one of those that falls in that. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'd repurchase it. Just a medium throw for me. And what I'm finding is I don't think that letting this sit for another year would make that big of a difference. Maybe a little bit, but not that big of a difference where it's worth keeping for like a year, like not touching it, right? Making that rule, like I can't warm it. This next one here is Weekend at Nene, and this is Winterfell layered with pink toasted marshmallow. This was poured November of 2024. Now, I melted Winterfell this month, I think it was, that I talked about it, or maybe it was the end of January, and I had trouble smelling that one. I know that's not the case for many of you, but for me, I had trouble smelling that one, and I had trouble with this one as well. So I don't know, maybe it's my nose, maybe it's something about that blend that I didn't get that much. I got a little bit of the toasted marshmallow, but yeah, I struggled with this one as well, which is unfortunate. So I warmed this down in open space in the bedrooms. I just can't say much more because I really couldn't smell it that much. So I would not repurchase this one for myself for that reason. So that is Weekend at Nene, which is a very popular one. I know it's a popular one, but I don't know. I struggled with that one. Here's one I did not struggle with. This was fantastic. And on cold, I felt like on cold, it was okay. On warm, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, I need more. So this is Silver and Gold. This is Sensual Vanilla, Sparkling Amber, Cashmere Woods, Toasted Marshmallow, and Pink Lavender. This is from October of 2023. 25. 23. 23. Silver and Gold. Now I have this in a tub, and I think on cold, I feel like there's a lot of amber that I'm getting, and I like amber, but on cold, it feels like it's just sticking out a little bit too much. And I feel like I'm also getting some of the Cashmere Woods quite a bit. When I warmed it, it was so balanced and so pretty. And those two notes didn't stick out more than the others. I got more vanilla. I don't recall getting lavender. So it's pink lavender. I really don't remember that, but I got more marshmallow. I got more vanilla that blended nicely with the amber and the Cashmere Woods. So pretty. Really enjoy this one. And just in my Scentsy warmers, I could smell this really well. So I'd say the throw on this for me was like a 8 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10. And this lasted one day, I think in the bedrooms, I just left it in for 3 days and I could still smell it, just, soft, vaguely, but I can, when I walk in the room, I'm like, well, I can still smell it. And it'd been 3 days. So I'm not changing my waxes often, but very good. So I would buy this again if it came back, a Silver and Gold. So that's really nice. So those are the teddy bees that I warmed. And let's talk about Second and Spruce. So I think I just showed it. I don't remember if I talked about it, but I'm working my way through this tub. It takes me a long time to use tubs. This is Where There's Smoke and Palo Santo. This is By the Fireplace, Mallow Fireside, Smoked Vanilla, Sugar Cookie, Palo Santo from June of 2024. Love this scent. It's just a great... It's for me such a great like cold night, kind of wintertime, cooler because of the smokiness, but it's so pretty. The Palo Santo is so pretty in here. There's a sweetness to it. And yeah, I kind of chopped it up. I have used it. I would say I've used, I know it doesn't look that way, but maybe about a third of this. And I've used it twice in some warmers. This one does perform very well, so I don't put in a lot. Great throw. And I'd say I left this one in for like a day. It probably still had a little more scent to it, but I just replaced it after a day. But beautiful scent, which is a great transition to another one that I also warmed, very similar similar vibe as this one. This is a touch sweeter. This is a touch smokier, I would say. And this is Campfire Confection from Knowles Farm Scents. This one is Amish French bread, zucchini bread, sugar cookie, marshmallow campfire. And this is from 2023 as well. So I'd say they're similar vibe. It's so good. I don't know which one I like better, to be honest. I love them both. I do. This is just a little sweeter and a little less smokier. And this is just, I think I like the Campfire Confection just a hair more. They're not the same, but they're so close in similarity, in vibe. And if you want that smoky, maybe cold night, cozy up with a blanket, got the fireplace going. Oh, I love this one. It's his sugar cookie dough bread blend that is in here. That is what I think is just making me so good, because his sugar cookie dough blend is Amish friendship bread, zucchini bread, and sugar cookie. Then you've got the marshmallow and the campfire. I also do enjoy zucchini bread. Maybe that's the what's different between the two. This does have zucchini bread, but it's so good. It's so good. I feel like warming it right now, but it's hot today. Now I'm recording this several days before it gets posted up on YouTube, and we've got a little heat wave going. So I feel like there was like blizzard action in the Northeast and a heat wave in other parts of the country, because I know in Charleston it was hot. Here in California it was like a humid little drizzle, a little rain, and then it was warm. It is currently, because I have a little room temperature thing now, 76 degrees in this room. It's just beautiful. So it's not for me, the day to warm this scent, but it's so good. I really love that. The other one that I melted from Knowles Farm Scents and finished is Yuletide Cheer. This is orange peel, citrus, currant, cider, pomegranate, cranberry wine, cinnamon, and cedar. A lot of stuff in here. This is from November of 2024. And I just had a little bit left. I think I had it in my basket. I don't know where it came from, but I pulled this out. I think I just felt like I might have been watching an Empties video, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't warmed Knowles in a minute, or not a lot besides Campfire Confection. And I love his blends. And so I pulled this out because I didn't have very much left. So I like this scent. If you like those, especially at Christmas time, those Christmassy orange peel, citrus, kind of cinnamon scents. I mean, they're very popular. It's a popular alternative, I'd say, from, tree or mint, in the wintertime. But I thought this was okay for me. It didn't last super long. I think after, I don't know why I'm having trouble talking. I think after about 6 hours, I really couldn't smell it too much. So it wasn't super long lasting, but it was a good scent. Would I rebuy this again? Given all the scents of his that I love, this isn't on my top list. So probably not, but it was enjoyable. It's one of those that falls like, I enjoyed it. Yes. Would I rebuy it? Probably not, just because I don't love this type of scent with the orange peel and all of that. It's just okay. And I would say that about anyone's scent that was similar to that. Okay, let's move on to Sweet Tooth Scents, which is now Mabe, the Mabe Collective. But this was a while ago. This is from July of 2024, when it was Sweet Tooth Scents. This is Marching the Queen. This is pink pepper, neroli, jasmine, sandalwood, tobacco leaf, and leather. Fantastic. This is probably one of my favorite scents from her. Heather is the owner, and this is such a great scent. I warmed it downstairs. I warmed it in the bedroom. It had great throw. In fact, I can still smell it now. It's perfumey. It's got a soft floral, but it's more than that, because you get that pink pepper and the sandalwood. It does smell perfumey. And the tobacco leaf is very pretty, not smoky. It's not like tobacco cigar. It's just perfumey, but not like, to me, sickeningly perfumey, you know? Just beautiful, 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 beautiful room scent. I love this one. That is Marching the Queen from Sweet Tooth Scents, which is now the Mabe Collective. I never know how to say when they change their names. That the Mabe Collective now. So yeah, so that was fantastic. Okay. Moving on to Lavender and Speckles. This is Pine Cones and Beach Nights. This is roasted pine cones, vanilla, birch, and beach nights. Love it. This is from November of 2023. This was a big bag of the original, you know, the OG, these guys, but bigger. I just did a haul here in case you missed it of my Lavender and Speckles haul. I need to put that away. But I love her pine cones. I say it every time. This is such a fantastic scent. I would absolutely, no question, buy this again, because I love the roasted pine cones. I love the beach nights. Now, you know what? The one I just happened to hold up. If you missed that video, she's got velvet pine cones. And oh my gosh, if you see this, get this. I mean, go watch that video if you haven't watched it, but because there were so many good ones. I'm so excited. I will be warming some of those in March, I'm pretty sure, I think. So Pine Cones and Beach Nights, fantastic. Performed great for me. I warmed it down in open space, warmed it in the bedrooms. This was like everywhere. And I love it. I don't know what else to say. It's just, she's got the best. She's got the best roasted pine cones. Just is. All right. And we're moving on to the last one before we get to Scentsy and talk about that. So this is Salt Mountain Melts. This is Lavender Flurries. This is Snowflakes in Cashmere, Lavender Coconut Milk, Toasted Marshmallow. This is poured October of 2023. Just trying this for the first time. So I have just a couple of scents left from Salt Mountain Melts, and this is one of them. I enjoyed this very much. I warmed lavender here in the bedroom. It was a great performer for me, had really strong throw. This was a sweet lavender. It also, because it's called Flurries, what's in here that makes it, I guess it's the Snowflakes and Cashmere, which is a Bath & Body Works scent that I remember loving. I had that for the longest time, so it's that scent with lavender. Really pretty, great performer. Haven't used that much. I still have a lot more to go, but filled the room, and I enjoy this very much. So that is Lavender Flurries from Salt Mountain Melts. I do like a good sweet lavender scent versus an herbal one, and I think the Snowflakes and Cashmere sweeten it up along with the marshmallow and the coconut milk. So that was super, super nice. You know what? I'm going to talk about this one. I'm like, do a key, because it's in the room right now. So sometimes I wait, but I'll talk about this. This is from Luna Rose. This is Stormy Seas, in an ominous, salty ocean breeze carries. I should really read glasses. Carries approach. So basically, it's like salty ocean breeze and something ominous carrying. Why can't I say this? Let me just read it. An ominous salty ocean breeze carries an approaching storm from sea to shore. That's what I should have just read the description. Okay, so this one was a sample. So I just got some small samples in here. Probably not as much wax as I would put in this room normally. So I will give that a caveat. It was a very nice smell, and I could still smell it. It's been in here for about 8 hours, and I do like the scent. So you do get this salty ocean breeze. Something a little dark to it. Maybe that's the storm. I don't know what else is in here, but there is a little bit of a darkness in here. It is a nice scent, and I would say the throw, I would probably give it like a 6, 7 out of 10. And, I'm not ready to take it out, so I'm not sure how long it will last, but it is very nice. So thank you so much for sending me a bunch of samples to try, because I have been enjoying the wax, and I did a video on that haul as well. If you want to find it, I'll try to link it up here. If you want to see what I got from Luna Rose. Okay, let's now transition over to Scentsy. I did warm 2 scents. I warmed Petals and Peaches. This was from October of 2020, no, not October, January of 2025, scent of the month. It looks like I got it in December of 2024. And this has scent notes of freesia, warm vanilla amber, juicy stone fruit. I really like this scent. I did enjoy it. I have melted a few bars of this. I didn't enjoy it enough to club it, but I liked it a lot. And this is a scent that I would have said I will buy if I see it in the clearance or if it comes back again. And I'm not saying that I would never, because I do enjoy the scent a lot. It's a little different. I don't have a lot of these kind of fruity floral, a little more floral than fruity, but not ultra floral either. So it's a nice blend. I really like it. And it performs great for me. It's a good performer. Warmed it down in open space. So I do like the scent a lot. And then the other one that I melted was Snow-Kissed Cranberry. This was gifted to me. And this is scent notes of pink cranberries, white balsam, and sugared woods. I think this is the second time I've melted this. And I don't really smell it much at all. The throw on this is so light. I do like the sweet tart cranberry to it. So I do enjoy it, but I have trouble smelling this one. It's not a very strong scent. I warmed it in open space. I had it in 2 cubes in 3 Scentsy warmers. And then the remaining, the last 2 of the 8 in the clamshell is bathrooms. So a light performer, not one I would repurchase. I don't know what to say now because we'll get into it. So anyway, that is Scentsy. I am conflicted about moving forward if I do share what I melted as far as Scentsy goes. And here we'll go into the why. Why? Because this is where what I'm going to say may not make sense to you. I'm really not feeling like promoting Scentsy because I don't like how they communicate. I won't even say how they run their company, but yeah, how they run their company. It's just not with integrity, I think. And so that brings me to my conflicted thoughts. My decision is that I'm not in any rush to just quit. If there was ever a point where, and let me back that up a little bit. I'm also one who does not make decisions based on emotion, especially decisions that you can't undo. And by can't undo, I'm talking like losing my clubs and getting rid of my clubs and all of that. You can undo being a consultant, but if I undo it, I'm not coming back. That kind of thing. So that's just something to know about me. I'm not very reactive, and I don't make decisions when I'm emotional about something. So I usually just wait. Don't do anything. Just wait. And here we are. I think it's almost 2 weeks later. And I feel like I've talked about this with my friends ad nauseum. So it doesn't sting as much. But that's where I am right now. If there is ever a time where, I don't know, something else pisses me off, maybe, or if there's a time where I can't stay active because I don't have enough sales in a month, then I guess by default I'm out. But that's not where I am right now. And there's probably the biggest reason is I do have some customers that purchase from me, and some I know and we chat, and others I don't know. And my guess is that they found me through YouTube, which is also interesting. And thank you. First, let me say thank you for choosing me for whatever reason. I really appreciate it because it does help me stay active. And it does mean that I have not had to really purchase from Scentsy myself in probably a very, very long time. I went back and looked, and I think my last order was a party closeout back in July. I stopped purchasing LTOs last year because I'm like, there's just too many. And the ones that I did purchase, I felt like, I'm not loving these. These aren't club worthy bars. So it's like, I don't want to stop. So I haven't been buying a whole lot of Scentsy. I don't announce on my videos at the start of my videos, I'm a Scentsy consultant. I rarely say it unless it's a only Scentsy only party closeout video or something like that. But I very rarely say it. If you look at what I've been warming, I'd say 70, 80% of it is vendor wax. So I can kind of take it or leave it to a certain extent. I do have some loves in my club. I absolutely do have some loves that, like Woodland Suede, I don't know of any vendor that's made a dupe of that, and I love that a lot. So I'm not willing to break up with my club just yet. By the way, my clubs haven't shipped since, I should have looked that up. I want to say it's November of 2023. I really feel pretty confident that it was November of 2023. So for 2 years, pretty much, I've been pushing my clubs out and have not received a club order. So there, again, I'm not buying a whole lot from Scentsy. I'm not super active about Scentsy and promoting it by talking about it. Not that I'm trying to sell anything, because I always it's just like any other wax that I'm talking about or melting. I share what I thought about it. It worked, it didn't like it, loved it. I'm just sharing my honest opinion. But thankfully for the customers that have come to me, I have managed to stay active. And so I haven't had to make that decision where in order to stay active, I have to buy something. If it ever comes to I have to and not I want to, then that's probably the end of my day as a Scentsy consultant, and I'll just let it'll just go. And I do plan on cutting my clubs deeper than I have, because I don't want to necessarily give Scentsy more money than they need from me. I am choosing to stay because I think I went around in a circle. I didn't finish my thought. I do have some customers that buy from me and chose me for whatever reason. And I have some, like I said, that I talked to and have specifically came to me because they wanted to buy from me specifically, and left maybe another consultant and came to me, kind of thing. And so I don't want to just kind of give them up and let my upline have them. They didn't choose my upline, they chose me. So that's something that I do think about. And as long as it doesn't cost me anything to stay a consultant, I think I will stay. That's my thought right now. I'm not rushing into anything because I don't need to. I don't have to make a decision right now. And my decision to stay or leave can completely change at any time. But this all started because of that PR, the free PR. I mean, they've done a number of things. Scentsy's done a number of things. Let's just put it that way. They had a mass exodus last year when they changed they changed the commission, they changed a number of things, and a number of people left. This year, most recently, we're seeing a lot of consultants leaving because of the PR issue or the PR incident. And this is like Disney influencers or something. People who don't even know Scentsy getting free PR. And it does bug me that anything I've ever gotten from Scentsy, I've had to pay for. And to have these people who aren't even consultants just get free stuff, it's shitty. It's shitty. I'm just going to say it. It is shitty, and it's shady as well. From a business perspective, I can see hey, you're trying to find a new market. You need, in order to grow or even maybe make up for sales that you've been losing, you need to reach out to people who don't already know you. People who know you, if they're not buying from you, you got to search other places. I get that from a business perspective. What they did is not necessarily a horrible thing. The problem is they're not a regular company. They're an MLM. Let's put it, we all know they're an MLM. That's another thing I do have an issue with, but I don't treat it that way. So I think that's what I tell myself. But anyway, they talk about consultants as family. Your family, you own the business. It's like, but yet you don't tell your family that you're doing this and that you're giving free product away to other people. But no, nothing to you guys. It's just the talking through both sides of their mouth that I have trouble with. To me, it's very shady. As of today's Thursday, the 26th, I don't believe there's been a mention in our workstation of any kind acknowledging the PR that's been going out and, like $200 worth of stuff. And I find I have trouble with that. I do have trouble with that because to me, it's an integrity thing. To me, it's a bit hypocritical. To me, it's like you say how you want, you say what we are, we're family, yet you treat us kind of like crap. And maybe not even kind of. It's crappy. It's completely crappy. And so that's the struggle that a lot of us have had. Some have chosen to leave. Totally get that. And some have chosen kind of where I am, where it's like, I don't know what I want to do. And for me, it's mostly because I still have some customers that chose me. And I'm like, it's not costing me anything to stay. I'm not necessarily purchasing anything. So it's just this kind of a weird state of being. But yeah, I don't care for Orville. I find his way of speaking to be very condescending. It's just, it's ick. It is icky. And so as I'm saying this out loud, I know it's hard to say, well, why are you staying? But it's really for the customers that I have. And that I do still like. I'm not going to lie and say I hate their products. I do still really like some scents. But my heart really is with Vendor Wax. And that's, you could see it by what I wore. Pretty much, every week or every other week when I'm sharing, most of it is Vendor Wax. And I love Vendor Wax, and that has my heart. And that makes me happy because I'm supporting small businesses and all of that. But I just wanted to share where I fall on this, should I stay or should I go now kind of thing. And just say that I will be very curious. I don't know if the end of month live is tomorrow or when it is. Again, I'm recording this earlier than you're going to see, so who knows what'll happen over the weekend. But I don't feel like they acknowledge or answer questions. They're very transparent. They gaslight. There's been a lot of gaslighting too. I can go on and probably talk myself into quitting. But right now, I'm just not going to rush into anything. But I did want to say that I don't agree with the way that they've run their business. The communication piece. Again, a business is going to do what they're going to do to survive and to grow sales and all of that. But I don't like how they've been treating the consultants, and it's more the not acknowledging. It's the accountability piece. That's what it is. I struggle with people who do not take accountability. Own your shit. Own what you do. Own the consequences of that. Apologize or communicate in a way that would help everyone understand why you did something. But the fact that nothing has been acknowledged, nothing has been formally communicated, and that's the piece that just, I think, really bothers me more than anything. Because as a business, they can do what they want, but it's the how part that's been bothersome. And it just baffles me because I'm someone, I run a team, I work full time, I have a department, and my biggest thing is transparency. I will tell people, I'm like, you can ask me anything, and also share what we're talking about, what we're not talking about, what you need to know, why we're doing something that might be unpopular, all of those things. I do those things all day long in the job that I have, and I just cannot understand why they can't just own something or communicate better or share. Don't say that things are great, but then you're really acting like things are not. And it just leads people to make stories. When there's a lack of transparency and lack of communication, people are going to make up their own stories. I don't know if they're hurting. Like, I don't have their financial records, But the story in my head is based on the behaviors and actions you're doing, you're a little desperate for things, and unfortunately, you've hurt a lot of the consultants that you supposedly call your family. So that's where I am. I'm starting to lose light, so I'm going to sign off here. But I would love to know what your thoughts are, how you feel about Scentsy, or if you don't want to talk about Scentsy at all, and you stuck around just because you're curious, what did you enjoy melting this week? And if you have any questions for me, then leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.